But you know who isn't socially awkward? I need to stop trying to. I need to stop trying to segue into Maitetsu before even opening the fucking game. But hang on. But you know who isn't socially awkward? Uh, where is it? There it is. Hachidoku. Yeah. All right. Let's. That's the wrong thing. Let's saddle up. I want that anime next on Patreon. Right. It'll be a while after Dragnar Academy because I don't want to jump straight into the next anime. Give it like a week. Anyway, last time we finally got the train to run. Why? I don't know. There's a reason I stopped watching anime, okay? I got burnt out of it after watching so many. There's a reason I only upload an episode a week. But you know, maybe watch the Maitetsu anime. I mean, it is basically as long as an entire season. I mean, and the entire season of Maitetsu is essentially as long as one episode of any anime. I'm joking. Yeah, I know. Either way, last time we played Maitetsu, right? That's we're not talking about the anime anymore because that would be a piece of garbage. We finally started the train. And then we started Hachidoku's route. And the opening was so quiet that I literally had to watch it again on YouTube. And spoiler alert for the recording, I literally went back after like maxing out my master volume to actually listen to the opening in the visual novel. Or whenever the episode comes out. So yeah, I mean, we also secured funding, right, by putting Sotetsu up as collateral, as well as his Setsuna Navi, right, Setsuna, and the navigation system in the plane. And then, you know, after that, I fucking I was like 30 minutes away from my keyboard, so, you know, that happened. But, yeah. Anyway, it's time to get railed. And by railed, I mean, I don't know what that means. Trains. Yeah. Anyway, let's just get into it. It was called the N scale, wasn't it? And I still don't know what N scale is. Where is the glossary entry for N scale? It's an electric model railway that's always on display at the rail shop. Oh, that's what it is. When I look at fostering a new resolve, it doesn't look like an ordinary toy to me anymore. It's very detailed. Are the models of the town made to look like old Ohitoyo? After the accident, I didn't have it in me to pay attention to Ohitoyo. To me, the town wasn't a place of fun or affinity, or even a place I thought of as home for me. I only saw it as a place to find opportunities to atone. And yet, it all feels nostalgic. Looking at this is heartwarming, and at the same time suffocating. Even if I thought I had discarded my hatred and fears, the fears still linger within me. I have to grow accustomed to it. My mind and body should get used to it, little by little.
相鉄様、随分と熱心に見ておられるのですね。
I come to my senses at the sound of Hachiroku's voice. A grown man shouldn't be charmed by models like these.
どこか不思議な懐かしさを感じてな。目を奪われてしまったようだ。
不思議な懐かしさですか？
It must have sounded weird because Hachiroku's giving me a puzzled look.
私が現役だった頃の街はどこもこのような景色でしたが。
While saying that, Hachiroku squints her eyes as if she's trying to see something far away.
鉄道と鉄道駅こそが街の中心でした。街とは駅によって作られるものだったのです。
なあ、そうだったな。
Whenever we go on trips, the first gateway is always the station. My parents brought tickets for Michiko and I to pass through the ticket gates, starting our fun trip out of town. Weird hearing Hachiroku saying, when I was in my prime. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know why she said in her prime, she doesn't age.
ありふれた光景だからこそ、かな。昔は僕も。
お待たせばい！遅くなったばい！
Yeah, so, a side effect from me fucking around with the audio a bit is that some of the characters are a bit louder than they used to be.
すみませんです。出かけようとしたらご予約の電話が入っちゃって。
Actually, that's a lie. All of the characters are louder than they used to be. With the arrival of Nagi and Fukami, my small doubt and sentimental feeling go out the window. Their energetic entrance makes me realize that I should focus only on the reality at hand and its future. Thanks for the higher trait. Hang on, let me decrease Maitetsu a bit there.
いや、僕が即断できなかったがための会合だ。バタバタさせてしまったのなら申し訳ない。
And the scratch.
Oh.
Opposite phrases come out of their mouths, causing Nagi and Fukami to blankly stare at one another. Hang on, I need to read that again. Right.
これ大事なお話って分かってますです。だから仲間外れにされたらきっと寂しいですから。あ、それもそうばい。納得ばい。
Yeah, so in this route, we're gonna train us so hard that we don't need an assistant.
これで全員揃いましたね。揃ったですよ。
Paulette and Reina sitting on her lap fix their eyes on me while replying in unison to Nagi's exclamation. But Hibiki's the only one with shifty eyes. She keeps standing up from her chair and looking around.
姉さんは来ないんですか？
ああ、蔵の仕事を外せんらしい。
あ、兄さん、今朝姉さんと？
うん。起きがけに顔を合わせて少し話した。
それでなんだ。
Convinced, Hibiki returns to the seat, taking that as her cue. Paulette clears her throat.
ならこれで皆さん集まったということで、相鉄くん、よければ昨日の話の続きを。
うん。一晩じっくりと考えてみたのだが、僕は機関士に専念したいと思う。
I start off with the conclusion, and I hear some people shifting their weight in their seats. Before Hibiki's pouty lips can say anything, I continue on.
そうすれば、響とポーレットの要望にも応えられる。故に、 それこそが最善の道だと考えた。
Their voices overlap, and then they face each other. Paulette holds her hand to let Hibiki go first. Holds out her hand.
それってどういう？
お人よの人と暮らしをもっとよく知るべきと。響の意見を僕は大いに参考にすべきものと感じた。なら故に常務を通じて果たしていきたいと考えた。そうした方がおそらく素顔が見れるとも。
ああ。
She looks as if she finally realizes it, but her voice and nod make it seem like she's not entirely persuaded. Hibiki's smart. It shouldn't be necessary for me to say the rest, but
響と一緒にいる時に見える顔と暮らしは響に見せてくれるものとなろうからな。
I don't think that's a bad thing. It's Hibiki's face that's been seen in Ohitoyo for decades. A face trusted by a lot of people. It's part of the good side of Ohitoyo. A charm, if you will, that I want tourists to see. Hang on.
ニーニーはむき出しの素顔ば見たかとね。
そうだな。日常使う鉄道の機関士などは人というより装置であり、あるいは背景だろうから。
Just Raina in the corner staring into your soul. So no one will mind me. They won't feel the need to put on a put on a facade. So I'll be able to see who they truly are. The Ohitoyo that Hibiki sees is different than the one I see, and I can learn from that.
視点は多い方が良いと思うのだ。お人よをより深く知りたいのなら。
わかりました。納得しました。了解です。
Hibiki says half jokingly before rounding her shoulders and looking at Paulette.
私もわかっちゃったかな。勘違いだったらちょっと恥ずかしいんですけど。
Although she's partially smiling to hide her bashfulness, I could tell from her eyes that she's serious.
市政に対する意見とか要望とかも、相鉄くん、現場からあげようとしてくれてるんですね。
うん。そういうこともできるのではないかと考えている。うん。そういうこともできるのではないかと考えている。
Also, is audio played after I skip? Paulette's field of view is wider than mine. She's able to accurately state what I want concisely. Even if I did work as the secretary, I seriously doubt I'd be of any help.
それに加え、8620が営業運転できるようになれば、キハ07とレイナの負担も分散されよ
う。Raina softly nods to that. Maybe she should softly blink to that too.
そうですね。時々でも変わってもらえたら、時間のかかる検査とかできるようになりますから。
Thank God she's finally blinking again.
本当ね、レイナ。
But Hachiroku, though, not so much. A soft voice, a soft gesture. Paulette gently brushes Raina's hair.
現場で動くことからこそ、僕は一番多くを学べるように思うのだ。
I'm getting attacked by a bunch of me's. My opinions are being understood and accepted. When I feel that, it makes the words come smoothly.
ポーレットが期待してくれたような政策なども、そうした方がむしろヒントを見つけられそうだとも。
そうですね。それが一番いい形かもって言われてみれば感じます。
ならばよかった。
これで話ば決まりばい。
Nagi stands up. She wants to conclude things, but it's still too early.
いや、今少し待ってくれ。むしろ、二人にはこの先の部分で意見を聞きたいのだ。
私たちの意見ですか？
二人だけでなく、皆の知恵を貸してもらいたいと考えている。
Paulette suppresses a gasp. I'm sure she has a plan for this, but I don't want to rely completely on her.
客車をどうにか手に入れたいのだ。
観光の目玉とするのであれば、客車の質を高めることは極めて重要となってくるかと存じます。
With a mug look. Hachiroku adds to my lack of detail.
隙間から煙が流入してくるような客車では、お客様のご気分もお召し物も真っ黒になってしまいますので。
それは、私も理解しているつもりなんですけど。
Guilt drips from her words. Perhaps that made Reina uneasy. She's looking straight up at Paulette.
いい客車を入手するのって、ある面では、動力車の入手より難しいんです。
Agree or disagree? I'm not gonna say. Maitetsu will never let go of the rail cars they need, and those who want passenger cars are even more limited than with power cars. With the track closure era, many of the passenger cars were discarded and disposed of, making the existing ones even rarer. God damn it, we're gonna have to sink more money into this shit. I've already got an empty wallet. I don't need another hole in it.
引退したマイテツが放出することもありますけど、そういうのは大抵動力車もセットですから。
The power car would be an unnecessary additional cost. Our goal of finding a high-quality passenger car at a super cheap price, is going to be next to impossible.
セットで買って動力車だけ別に売るとか、動力車を欲しい誰かと共同で買って分けるとかは。その先のことを考えるとちょっとあんまり良くない評判が立っちゃいそうで。
Yeah, Fukami, your plan is shit.
なぜだ？
セットって一緒に使ってほしいってことですから、ずっとコンビでやってきた動力車と客車でしょうし。
わかります。
ファン心理とか思い入れとかいうやつか。
No matter how much the Maitetsu focus on usability, the train world has a sort of hobbyist mentality about these types of things. So it's true that disregarding how they do things might not be a good idea.
まあ、難しいだろうとは想像していた。だからこそ、知恵を借りたく思っている。
なら、まず最初に教えてほしいんですけど。
He raises her hand before anyone else can. Hibiki's gaze is turned toward Paulette.
マイテツさんの引退を待つ以外で、客車を手に入れる方法って全然ないんですか？それは。簡単ばい！大配線でたくさん捨てられたもんなら、そん捨てられたのば拾ってもらってくればええばい！
Surprised at Nagi's sudden outburst, Paulette makes a gesture that appears to be half tilting her head in confusion and half nodding in agreement.
それは方法の一つかもしれません。けど、放置車両が現存する確率もすごい低いでしょうし。放置車両？捨てられてるやつのことばい？そうですよ。スクラップ屋さんでそのままだとか、廃業した鉄道会社さんでそのまま放っておかれる子です。
I mean, any rail cars that aren't being used would probably be recycled into parts, right? Yeah.
なるほどな。廃棄された車両のすべてがすぐさまに解体されるとは限らんわけか。
Yeah, that'd get dismantled.
はい、でも
廃棄された上に長期間の放置をされては、偽装は当然車両そのものにも痛みが出るのでは？
I don't listen. You don't need to. I don't want to. I don't want to talk about cars, who aren't that aren't driven over a long period of time. Paulette nods in agreement while Fukami cautiously raises her hand.
偽装って何ですか？
客車であれば座席やモケット、つり革や手すりなどの車体に後付けをする装備類のことです。
Okay.
モケット？座席のシートに貼ってある布のことですよ。手触りが良くてあったかいやつです。あ、はい、わかりました。
ちなみに一般的な鉄道車両は車体、台枠、台車、それに偽装で成り立っていると考えて良いかと存じます。
She must have thought it'd be quicker to explain it now, or perhaps she was just itching to say it. Hatadoku begins to explain more things than what was asked.
これは車輪や動力伝達機構、ブレーキなどの走り装置、走行装置を持つ車体から独立した機構を言います。
ほう。
台車の特徴は車体に直結されず自由に動けることです。8620の場合は前輪が先台車として独立していますよね。
The
leading wheel must, as the name suggests, consist of the relatively small wheels at the front. Now that she mentions it, it is independent of the other driving wheels.
台枠に車輪が固定されてるとカーブを曲がりづらいです。
Can you not? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Fuck! I clicked the wrong thing. Literally, the longest fucking sentence said, shut up. Like, excuse me? Fuck off! Actually, you know what? I'm going back here. Piece of dog shit. OBS.
台枠に車輪が固定されてるとカーブを曲がりづらいです。だから台車は動ける分とっても便利なのですよ。
I think I get the gist of it, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll climb into the pit and look at it on the bottom later.
話が難しくてよくわからんまい。
Even I have trouble understanding. Hibiki and Nagi are simply frowning while Fukami nods deeply along to Nagi's words.
台車はまあ足回りだって今は考えておいてください。
Seeing everyone lost, Paulette tries to follow up.
で、車体部分がそれに対するなら胴体です。そんくらいはわかるばい。客車だったらお客さんば乗り寄るところが車体ばい。正解。
The carriage and body are the suspension and trunk, respectively. It's easy for people, even my even my level, to understand when it's laid out like that. That way. It's still, it's easy to understand when it's written better.
それで偽装はお洋服とかアクセサリーとかですね。だから観光客車だとここもすごく重要になります。
Hibiki nods and opens up her sketchbook. She draws up the carriage body and rigging, and then raises her hand while still holding the pencil.
だったら台枠っていうのが腰？そうですよ。
It must have been exactly correct, as Hachiroku and Reina, who seemed to have been feeling alienated, let out a rejoiced cry.
台枠は車体と台車とをつなぐ腰であり、同時に全体を支える骨でもあるとも言えますね。まあ当然って言ったら当然だけど、どこもかしこも重要なんだ。はい。ですから観光の軸になるような客車と考えると、廃車両はもし見つけることができても厳しそうかと。
そうなってしまうか。
A train car in good condition wouldn't be abandoned in the first place.
本格的な改修となると、確かに費用的にも設備的にも現状では対応が難しそうだし。
ですよね。下手するとお金に物を言わせて状態のいい客車を無理やり買っちゃう方が安いかも。ばってん、そぎゃん金はどこにもなかばい？
We never have the money.
なんですよね。
When is money not going to be an issue? I'll tell you when. Never. You know how fucking how do I say? How much money you're fucking fuck. You know how much it costs to maintain a train?
いや、待ってくれ。今の話だと、金さえあれば、それでも出てくる客車はあるにはあるのか。
それははい。この世界にもコレクターさんはいますし、予備車両のストックをしてる会社さんもありますから。
コレクションと備えのための車両。どちらも言うなれば虎の子か。
そうなんですよ。ですから譲ってもらうのは。虎の子なら先人の谷に突き落とされるの待てばよかわい。なぎちゃん、それライオン。
いや。
ライオンじゃなかったでしたっけ？
なあ、いや、そこは正しい。先人の谷に突き落とされるのは間違いなく獅子の子だ。
Wait, I thought I got sidetracked there. Back to my point.
僕はコレクターではないのだが、そういう心理もあるいはあり得るのではないのか。
そういう心理？
我が子を先人の谷に突き落とすですか？
そうだ。無論実際に突き落とされてはたまらなかろうが。
Hachiroku's eyes widen as if she understands. Ren is also nodding.
我が子が動き活躍する姿を見たい。
あるかも。こんな綺麗に使われるんなら、こんなに愛してもらえるんならって、そういうの。そっか、そういうのも確かに。あ、その逆もあるかもしれませんね。
その逆
86の魅力を伝えることができたら、この機関車に私の客車を引いてほしいって。あると思うです。なら、ドギャンとして86の魅力ば伝えるばい？
それは。
Nagi's simple question puts a stop to everyone's voices. Amidst the silence, Fakame cautiously raises her hand once more.
あと、どこの誰に伝えるかも、すごく大事です。きっと。
誰に、そしてどのようにか。
To tell them of its charms, I hadn't thought much about it before. No, that's right.
響、お前の絵や看板書きは、まさにそうしたことだよな。
そっか。言われたら、確かに、看板はもろ、魅力ば伝えるためだけに書くとね。
ならば魅力を伝えるために、看板を書くとき、何をお前は心がけている？
私が心がけていることは。
She starts flipping through the pages of her sketchbook. She looks through the countless lines she's drawn. Once she looks up again, there's a twinkle of hope in her eyes.
一番素敵なところを探して、まず自分がその素敵を本当に好きになること。
ああ。
I somewhat understand. The dots between begin to connect. I see. So that's how.
その模型、N ゲージが走っている街も、きっと、そうして作られたのだな。
So now N-Scale has a glossary entry. A suppressed but obviously happy voice. Paulette's cheeks turn rose-colored.
だと思います。きっとそうです。だってパパは、お人よを本当に愛してたから。
I remember the information I received from Navi about how Paulette's father was highly regarded as mayor. Because of that love, the policy and models were made with detail. Were made with detail, first and foremost in mind.
パパ、すごくたくさんの写真撮ってたんです。お人よの、それから鉄道の。写真。
Hachiroku's eyes shift to me. It's her usual smug expression, but her cheeks are also red. That's not a smug expression.
でしたら、相鉄様にお写真を撮っていただくというのはいかがでしょうか？
それよかばい。そう思いますです。相鉄さんきっとセンスあるです。
Okay, listen. I don't want two main characters from different visual novels with a camera.
センス？僕にか？写真のか？
I look to Hibiki for approval. Hibiki wears a difficult to decipher expression, but ultimately nods in agreement, somewhat reluctantly.
センスはあるに決まってるばい。ニーニーは私の絵ば最初に見出してくれたもん。
そういうものか。
そういうもんばい。っていうか、私が仮にセンスなんかなかってニーニーに言ったとして。
ああ、いや、すまん。くだらんことを尋ねたのだな、僕は。センスがたとえなかろうが、ともかく、試すだけは試すさ。
よね
A sigh of relief, Hibiki slowly turns to Hachiroku, and then to me. Fucking...
万が一、兄さんに写真のセンスがなくっても、撮ることは、撮るために見ることは役に立ちます。
She speaks calmly, and not in her dialect. While starting to draw in her sketchbook. Almost instantly, she sketches me with a dumbfounded look I have. What a dumbfounded look I have.
よく見ることは素敵を知ること。素敵を知るのは大好きになる秘訣ですから。
Okay. I was hoping that we'd see Nagi in this uniform, but I guess Hachiroku was a good compromise.
そ
様、このようなところをお取りになっても。
Hatsudoku looks startled as I wave at her with my hand still holding the camera. From Paulette's late father's belongings, I've taken the smallest and lightest camera to carry with me.
大事な整備だ。僕のことなど気にするな。
はい。それはもちろんさようですけれど。
Wait, but if she's doing a scheduled maintenance, why isn't she in her maintenance body? Unless... Actually, no, this is her maintenance body, isn't it? She uses a scrapper to scrub off the oil stains. With the scraper. Fucking scrapper. With the scraper in hand, she starts to remove the dirt and continues to concentrate on her work. I see. Taking photos to understand things better can be quite amazing, actually. The image I had in my head of Hatsudoku's maintenance work was far dirtier than what I'm seeing now. Looking at her like this, Hatsudoku seems more beautiful than when she's driving the train. Scrapper reminds me of Tinder Slit. No, it shouldn't remind you of that. Because at least slit and silt are the same spelling, just switch the L in the I. Speaking of which, I thought this was processed to resist staining. Naturally, the work clothes and scraper are already covered in soot and oil stains. Oh, you're talking about the clothes. I thought you were talking about the fucking train. The oil stains give off a dull black color that appears heavy, contrasting with Hatsudoku's pale skin. One more. This time, Hatsudoku didn't notice. How did she not notice? Is she that focused on working that she didn't hear the shutter of the camera? After I finish taking pictures, I'll have to join in on the cleaning. Huff. When I go near the boiler, I feel like my sweat is gushing out. Behind the layer of iron and coals are coals that are still burning. No wonder it's hot. Rip, scrub, crack. In order to get the soot off, I continue wiping with the dry cloth. When I touch the surface with my skin, the static electricity stings me. Because of this, humans must be the ones who clean around the boiler. I should know this, but it's so hot. Wait, why? That isn't really a good explanation. Is it because of the static electricity? Huh? But that's why we have to clean it. The harder the work, the more meaningful it is when it's done diligently. But doing each and every little detail, the whole thing will come together beautifully by doing each and every little detail. I'll make 8620 the face of Ohitoyo. That's what's in my mind as I clean. I climb up on top of the boiler shell and finish cleaning around the chimney. My soles go numb from the heat, making it harder to climb down.
相鉄様、お疲れ様です。
In the last shot, her gloves were dirty as fuck. Hang on, I don't know if I can. Yeah, in the last shot, her gloves were dirty as fuck, but in this one, they're clean. Hatsudoku holds out a towel with both hands while looking up at me. I see Hibiki a bit farther away, finishing up with her cleaning of the cab. She's opened her sketchbook and is looking at me. This is interesting. I pull out a camera and take a snapshot. Hatsudoku is surprised for a moment, but doesn't complain anymore.
相鉄様、お疲れ様です。
After climbing down herself, she welcomes me with a dry towel. The sense of accomplishment after cleaning feels greater when she does that.
すまんな。
After I wipe off my sweat, Hachinoku hands me a wrung-out wet towel.
ああ、生き返るとはこのことだ。
冷蔵庫でもあれば冷やせるのですが。
機関庫内にか。素晴らしいな、それは。大幅黒字を出せるようになったら要求してみよう。
While saying that, I take the cup. It's lukewarm like a cup of boiled water, allowed to cool. Like a cup of boiled water allowed to cool, and yet it feels refreshing to me all the same.
ああ、うまい。
ニーニー、お疲れ様。ねえ、トゲント取った？見せて見せて。
Yeah, they're all of Hachidoku.
ああ、画像再生は。
そんなちっちゃな液晶じゃなくて。
Her sketchbook is folded up. In Hibiki's hand is something black and thin.
タブレットとかいうやつか、それは。
木崎先輩の見て便利そうって、私もお仕事で使うようにしたよ。
She must use it all the time. Hibiki's fingers move swiftly, even while she talks. She takes out a small card from the camera and inserts it into something that looks like a socket.
私ですね。
They're all her.
ほう、これは便利なものだな。
へえ、やっぱりニーニーセンスあるばい。
I don't know about this so-called talent or whatever, but I'm able to take the kinds of pictures I want to. Paulette asked me if this was the right camera, but it seems to be a good one despite its small size.
ずいぶんたくさんお撮りになられたのですね。
まあな。
When I look it over, I realize that I've been taking pictures incessantly. I haven't taken a single picture during trial runs, but the time excluding operating the train is filled with picture taking.
1000枚や2000枚は撮れるとのことだったのでな。失敗写真は捨てればいいとも聞いていたから。
I turn around to see Hachidoku completely wide-eyed.
どうした、86？
いえ、時代は本当に変わったのだなと、今目覚めてから一番強く感じてしまっただけのことです。
Okay, so remember when I said that this takes place around the 1989, right? Actually, I forgot what I said, but either way, this is modern day, right? Like the flashback time is, I don't know. I was wrong about when this takes place, right? This is like the whenever the visual novel came out is when this takes place, essentially, right? But yeah. I don't know. Look, all I'm saying is I don't know why the fuck the anime takes place in 1989, but yeah. Weird. Yeah, I don't get it. The anime takes place in like 1989, but the visual novel takes place whenever this came out, right?
時代の変化か。
だって1000枚をおとりになるとか24枚でしたのですよ、一昔前のフィルムは。
Yeah, like, whenever Hachiroku was made or something like that was 1989, because let's just say that Sotetsu's flashback definitely doesn't take place in 1989, because then he would be in his 30s, right?
ああ、そうか。86の頃はフィルムを使ったカメラだったのか。
清見機関士もお写真をお撮りになられましたが、ピントがどうの露出がこうのと大変でございました。
Did she go through some trouble because she was forced to be the model? Hachiroku shows off a very human-like expression, something akin to a wry smile mixed with a sort of nostalgia. Listen, I don't know why you're saying this. Her expression is very human-like every other expression she had isn't.
その頃の写真は残ってないのか？
But sure.
さあ、どうでしょう。私の手元には1枚も。清見機関士がご健在なら残っているかもしれません。
うん。できれば見てみたいものだがな。と。
I remember that Hibiki was staring at me before.
そういえば響も。
うん。私も結構書いたと。
Hibiki hands the tablet to Hachiroku, then opens up her sketchbook.
これは素晴らしいですね。
So, is the tablet only for enhancing the photos of the camera? Because, if Hachiroku has a tablet, surely she would use it to sketch instead of using the sketchbook. Because you can't run out of pages on a tablet, right?
すごいな。ああ。女子側の窓からはこう見えるのか。
I know exactly where that is. It's the gentle slope near the front of the abandoned Asagiri station. I see. You can stop supplying coal around this part. Jesus, what? I find it amazing how she can draw this in only a few minutes.
運転台からの景色なども見て喜ばれるものですか？
A very ordinary question, but it hurts my heart. I catch my breath to not let them see it. I don't need to worry about my pain. They have enough on their plates anyway, already. Kato is awake and slowly waking up, but happy National Itch Day, so satisfy your itch. Somehow, no matter what you wanna do, I'm gonna satisfy it by continuing Everspace 2. Oh, okay. Hello, meow. Hibiki might like drawing old school, like reading physical books, I guess. Yeah.
ああ。それはもう小さな頃には何としても見てみたいものだった。
Thanks for the hydrate, meow. Although it's impossible, I sought to see what it was like from the front passenger car. And because I did that, the damage from the accident was even worse.
でしたら、例えばレイナに同乗してもらうのもいいかもしれませんね。
Hachiroku's casual remark saves me.
なるほど。運転ボディのレイナであれば、同乗してもらっても大した窮屈さは感じんな。
We can have Reina as the cameraman. Without sacrificing safety, we can take photos of the scenery from the driver's stand.
とてもいい考えだと思う。
At the same time, I feel happy. Hachiroku's priority of safety is always there.
では、もう少し習熟したら、そのようなことも試してみましょう。
Hachinoku hands the tablet back to Hibiki as she talks.
ねえ、ニーニー。この写真データ、ポーレットさんに送っといてよかと？
それは無論構わんが。
郵便代がもったいなくはありませんか？毎日お会いしますのに。
送るって手紙じゃなかよ。インターネット使ってアップして送るん。
インターネット？
Okay, Hachinoku, why are you so quiet? Like, you are the same volume as everyone else. Why are you 10 decibels lower, quieter than everyone else?
インターネット？
Actually is 10 decibels quieter.
情報を電子的にやり取りできるネットワークだ。人間同士がつながり合うための比較的新しい手段だな。
ああ、そのようなものができたのですか。
Could it be that she has sympathetic wait. Could it be that she has sympathetic communication? Hachinoku doesn't seem to be as surprised as with the camera. Yeah.
それで、送ったお写真のデータをポーレット様はどのように扱われるのですか？
確か。
おひとゆ鉄道の公式サイトで紹介するって言っとった。ちょっと待って、検索ですぐ出せるけん。
Hibiki's fingers begin to move swiftly again, and a familiar sight appears on the screen.
まあ、キハ07ですね。
これは見事な写真だな。一体誰が？はあ。
Photo by Kozo Hinai. It says so on the bottom.
ポーレットのお父上のお写真か。なるほど。本当にお好きだったのだな。
おー、列車ってこの構図だとここまで絵になるとね。勉強になる。
うん。
There's a 3/4 view from the front and a side view, both in the same picture. The photo's lower angle gives it a sense of movement and cuteness, just like Kiha 7. This really is educational. I should ask Paulette to let me see the other photos.
本当に見事なお写真ですね。なのに私、初めて見ました。
僕もだ。僕は電子機器に疎いからな。
Navi extremely hates all manner of devices that emit any sort of radio waves. I had subconsciously avoided them, partly because I would never be able to use them.
実は私も見るの初めて。ポーレットさんに聞くまでおひとゆ鉄道の公式サイトがあるって知らんかったし。
Hachinoku scowls in response to what Hibiki says.
それはどうなのでしょうか。広報告知の手段としては。
ポーレットのマイテツ仲間たちは見てくれていよう。ならば、当初の目的のためにはマッチしていようが。
でもせっかくだし、そういう人たち以外にも。
そうだな。ぜひとも見てほしい。
Hidden aside my photos. I don't want Hibiki's artistic abilities to stay hidden.
僕のようなものにも見やすい形となると、やはり紙媒体ということになるか。
駅置きのビラなどですか？
それってやっぱりあんまり見てもらえんし。
Hibiki makes a playful grin upon saying that.
ねえ、ニーニー。 どうせなら新聞ば作らん。
新聞ですか？
Hibiki, why are you looking at me like that? I already can't do your route. I'm doing Hibiki. I'm stuck in Hachiroku's route. I mean...
手作りのミニ新聞。パソコンで編集して、プリンタで打ち出すの。
響きにできるのか？
当然！そんなに大した手間でもなかよ。
ならばいいな。ポーレットの負担を増やさず、広報告知を手伝える。
私たちで新聞を一つ作るのですか？
なあ、そうだな。僕たちで8620だけでなく、僕たちチームの業務報告のような新聞にしよ
良さすげかも。ニーニーの写真と私の絵と86をなんか記事書いて。記事
などとても私などには。
う。書けるさ、862なら。
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine, Hachiroku. Just make some bullshit up. That's how it always works. That's how it works out. While instilling confidence, I tap Hachiroku's uniform hat. It feels sticky from the soot and oil, but that can be washed later. But it doesn't look like it's been covered in soot and oil.
蹄鉄時代の思い出話などでもいいし、今の世の中を見て感じることを書いてもいい。
そのようなことでよろしいのですか？
そのようなことがよろしいのさ。86の目は独特だから、それを知るだけで面白い。
Hachiroku slowly nods. Cautious yet afraid. However, I could tell from her eyes that she's excited.
わかりました。自信は全くございませんが、宗哲様がそうおっしゃるなら。
じゃ、作っちゃおう！私たちの新聞！
Was Hachiroku this quiet in the fucking common route too? Like, what is up with her? Hibiki starts drawing up lines in her sketchbook. She's designing the paper's logo as we speak.
名付けて、86運転台通信！
Yeah. Boomer take.
この写真ば！
I start at 6 a.m. Yeah, when don't you?
なになに、なぎちゃん。わ
ー Nagi and Fukami look at each other. Then they turn to me, slack-jawed.
なんだ？何をそんなに。ああ。
I peer at what photo the two are looking at and find out the reason.
機関車の前ば、開いとるばい。
In the photo is the front side of 8620. The part where 8620, the 8620 plate is normally wide open.
うん。開くのだ。扉になっているからな。
扉。あ、扉。
He repeats it over and over. Kami then blinks her eyes as if she's just woken up from a dream.
丸いハンドルみたいなのついてるの知ってました。けど、私、あれ、アクセントっていうか、飾りかなーって。
飾りではない。あのハンドルは回して開けるためにある。僕も最初に目にしたときは驚いた。
But as I did more and more maintenance on the thing, I didn't think much of it anymore.
この写真ば、絶対に新聞に載せるばい。みんなきっとびっくりするたい。私も賛成、大賛成です。
そうだぞ、響。
じゃあ、その写真も一面に載せちゃおう。
It's a newspaper for people who don't know about steam locomotives, so let people learn about them. Probably because her ideas on the market this time, Hibiki's hard at work on the computer in the rail shop. Okay, you're even quieter than last time. And in contrast, Hachiroku's straining. I told her to write about anything she wants, but that might not have been a good idea.
というわけでな。86。
はい、なんでございましょう、相鉄様。
Considering how surprised she is, she probably wasn't listening to me.
最初のコラムなのだが、8620の大掃除というお題でどうだろ
う。With a doubtful look on her face, Hachiroku talks about the circumstances of the photos from earlier. Soon, I hear a sluggish voice.
これを文章で伝えてみれば良いのでしょうか。この写真、演出の内部を清掃する様子を。
Her words and expression are devoid of confidence. What's wrong? That's when Fukami cautiously raises her hand.
演出ってこの中のことです？どういう感じになってるですか？
煙の部屋で演出です、深見様。演出の上部にはほら煙突があるのがわかりますでしょ。
ああ、煙突まで煙を通すための部屋ですか？
その通りです。加湿内での燃焼を助けるため、給排気を良くする工夫が演出には詰まっています。
あれ、SL の胴体の中って全部で火がボーボーと燃えてるんじゃなかと？
いいえ、凪様。火が燃える場所、加湿は機関車全体の4分の1にも満たない範囲だけですよ。
Hachiroku happily circles a range with her finger.
機関車全面、演出度側から4分の1程度が演出、真ん中の2分の1程度が感動、キャブ側の残りが加湿。
感動？
ボイラーの主体、水で満ちている部分ですね。SL は感動内の水を沸かして生まれる蒸気で動きます。
Okay, this is bothering me. Hang on, I need to see this. Where is it? Bookmark. This. Go back to fucking before the... Because I don't remember her being this quiet. Sure. Actually, I can just use this one.
相鉄様。
Hang on.
相鉄様。
Maybe this is a bad example.
でしたらぜひとも私見ていただきます。トップナンバー機のご製造までもう。はい。
Okay, yeah, no, she is. A Kai jump scare. No, don't bookmark. Just go back.
ボイラーの主体、水で満ちている部分ですね。SL は感動内の水を沸かして生まれる蒸気で動きます。
Okay, either way, bad audio mixing. Nagi, Fukami, and even Hibiki nod in unison.
より効率よく沸かすため、感動の中に満ちている水、寒水の中にさらに無数の細長い円管が通してあります。
円管、細長い。ああ、煙の管？
Hachinoku nods in agreement. Fukami's face lights up in response to that.
わかった。熱い煙をその宴会の中に通すの、きっと。そしたら、お湯も。そうばい！一箇所から火で炙るだけより、ずーっと早く沸きよるばい！
さようです。ですので、火を燃やす場所は加湿内だけで十分なのです。
Hachinoku then points at the photo again. She points toward the front of the body.
この加湿部分だけに石炭を投げ込み燃焼させます。ですので加湿のお掃除は大変なのです。
あ、そっか。前の扉が開いても胴体の真ん中に円管っていうのが詰まってるなら。
You're getting tired? Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? You won't be here to tell me to play more when I say that I'm gonna stop.
前から入って通り抜けして加湿場お掃除できんとね。
はい。ですが無論本格的に加湿をお掃除するときは加湿の中に入っていかねばなりません。
どうやってです？
I won't bribe you for today. Okay, thank God I can play Amazing Grace tomorrow. She giggles. Hachinoku withholds the answer briefly to build up the tension.
滝口。石炭を投げ込むあの小さな空き戸から足から先に仰向けになって潜り込んでいくのです。
狭くて暑くて苦しいぞ。加湿内の耐火レンガなどはそう簡単に冷めるものではないからな。
I'll finish washing this rod tomorrow. Alright. Have a good night, Dexter. During the examinations, after completely extinguishing the flames right after the test run, I tried it, but it was quite difficult.
石炭がきれいに燃えればサラサラの灰になるそうなのだが、僕らは駆け出しもいいところなので、そうはいかない。
When coal burns incompletely, it leaves behind a half-melted material called clinker. I regurgitate verbatim what Hachinoku taught me.
このクリンカが硬い、熱い。ポーカーという鉄棒でガンガン叩いて壊すのだが、ポーカーの方が溶けて歪む。
Okay, then just make a poker that won't melt and bend.
そんなに熱くて硬いんですか？
ポーカーの先が真っ赤になってぐにゃりといくほどだ。その時は加湿から出て、ハンマーで叩いて曲がりを直す。
ちいちゃんの仕事みたいわい。
まさしく、にわか鍛冶師の真似事をして、元通りに戻ったらまた加湿に入り、その繰り返しだ。
No matter how I try to smash the clinker to clean up, the tube striking, cleaning with the boiler tube is waiting. What the No matter how I try to smash the clinker to clean up, the tube striking, cleaning with the boiler tube is waiting. Stuff like that requires a large number of people in a cooperative effort. Oh, that's right.
加湿の中に興味があるならどうだ？次の大掃除で少しでも手助けをしてもらえるなら大歓迎だ。
やってみたいわい。面白か修行にもなりそうわい。拭き掃除のお手伝いとかくらいならできるです。それで中身もちょっと覗かせてもらえたら嬉しい。
そうか、助かる。では、その時にはよろしく頼む。
宗哲様、頼もしい子内種を確保されましたね。
Hachinoku gives a gentle smile. Influenced by that, I speak softly.
そうだな。その上で方針も得た。
方針でございますか？
I found out what I can say to get them interested. Hachinoku doesn't seem to realize that I've proven that.
今の話の中身を分割して記事にするのはどうだろう。まずは大掃除ということで、円環と過失を紹介する。
ああ、それは分かりよいかもしれませんね。
I can hear that the hesitation is gone from her voice.
どうやって過失の中に入るのでしょう。で、続くにして、次の回で蒸気機関の簡単な説明を。
Ah, you're leaving them on a cliffhanger.
そうだな。そういう感じがいいと僕も考えた。興味を引きそうなエピソードを説明につなげていく。
それを繰り返していけば、うちの子のことを皆様にも広く、より深く知っていただけるのですね。
そうだな。知れば実物に触れたくなる。乗って身近に感じたくなる。
That'd be the ideal situation if you ask me. Although it was my situation, I wasn't initially fully on board with being involved with steam locomotives.
そして身近に感じれば、だんだんと好きになっていくものだ。
さようですね。
Hatsudoku's eyes are reddened with heat. It's almost tangible, but they're always red. He appears more human than real humans. In fact, perhaps that illusion's what makes my heart suddenly jump. I mean, you know, people usually describe anime characters as being more human than real humans sometimes.
身近になればなるほどに、好きに、愛おしくなるものですね。あら？
I was also surprised at Hachiroku's shocked face. Right now,
相鉄様、取るべきは私ではなく、8620でございましょう。
damn, he just had that urge, you know.
いや、うん。だが、
My hands moved on their own and snapped a photo without my realizing it.
ここのところ、写真を撮りまくっていたせいかな。綺麗だと感じた瞬間、自然とカメラを。
Damn, smooth.
もう、
Her bewildered expression turns into a smile, and gradually her cheeks turn red. Damn, flirting with Hachidoku in front of 3 other girls that also have routes.
そんな、私の顔など、相鉄様には珍しいものでもございませんでしょうに。
そうだよな。それは無論、そうなのだが。
They were having a moment, Hibiki. Hibiki's giving both of us a cold stare. For some reason, Nagi's cackling while Fukami's looking at us with glittery eyes and her hands over her mouth.
それで、86？記事の方、いつ受け取れると？記事さえもらえば、すぐに新聞すれるけん。
Hibiki says that curtly, possibly mad at something.
さようですね。相鉄様がレールを敷いてくださいましたから。
She's mad at Hachidoku because you're flirting with her instead of Hibiki. Hachidoku, however, ignores her attitude. He softly smiles and answers in a confident voice.
48時間いただけましたら、私の最善を尽くした記事をお渡しできるかと。
I descend from the cab and begin sweating even more. The training today was much harder than previous days.
練度が目に見えて上がっていますね。以前よりずっと伸びがいいです。
そうか。
I'm quite a simpleton. It seems when complimented, even this fatigue feels good.
きっと兄さん、写真を撮るため、もっとよく見るようになったからです。
なあ、それもあるかもしれんな。
I say that, I agree, but I actually feel a bit of doubt. Why does Hibiki sound so distant?
お疲れ様です、相鉄さん。
Why do you have question marks like she isn't Fukami?
よく汗かいとるばいね。
It makes even less sense for Nagi because she's a lot more distinguishable.
おう、来てたのか。
If you're gonna put question marks, at least don't show the sprites. I see. So that's why Nagi and Fukami are here. They're holding something wrapped in paper that smells good.
はい、どうぞ、相鉄さん。
ああ、パンの匂いだったか。それに牛乳も。これは助かる。
日比姉ちゃんにもあげるばい。86には、じゃん、ミネラルウォーターばい。ありがとう、ごちそうさま。
Oh.
これは思わぬお差し入れですね。ごちそうさまです。
Due to Hachiroku's insistence, I pick her up and return her to the cab. Hachiroku gathers up all the coal she can carry, and then asks me to set her back down. Crunch, crunch.
相変わらず胸のすくような食べっぷりだな。
Yeah, but then when you see her eat, then you stop being hungry. Just hearing it. As I'm stared at, I realize something.
響き、食べよう。いただきますだ。
そうですか。兄さんがそうするんなら。
Hibiki's fingers are already moving as she speaks. She opens up a plastic bag restlessly and bites into it. The moment she opens it.
駅向こうの美味しいパン屋まで行ってきたばい。
確かに。これはうまいな。パンはもちもち、カツはサクサクっと。
Hibiki, I know you're hungry, but stop scarfing it down. Crumbs of the bread and cutlet fall to crumbs from the bread and cutlet fall to her feet.
Chunk! No!
Cheap. What?
何者だい。
She swings a back fist as she turns around. Why?
Chunk!
かわされた。
なんだこの黒いのは。
What? This black thing dodges Nagi's attack by a hair and continues flying around. It doesn't stop at the breadcrumbs and instead flies to the top of the stone storage with something that's in its mouth.
クラスズメです、相鉄様。この蔵にもいよいよスズメがつき始めました。
Yeah, and they have an unnaturally deep voice for something that's for how small they are, apparently.
おお。
Hachiroku's mentioned it before. The engine shed is of a live steam locomotive. Always has sparrows living in it.
ならば上にはヒナたちでもいるのかもしれんな。しかし、これほど真っ黒く染まるものなのか。
もっともっとです、相鉄様。いずれあの高窓に墨染めのスズメが鈴なりになりますとも。
それは壮観な光景となりそうだな。
Yeah, but like, think of all the bird shit, you know? Crunch. She makes loud noises, crushing the coal before swallowing. Hachiroku then drinks her water slowly.
これは酒蔵のとはまるで違った方向の。しかし 同様に上等なお水ですね。
そりゃそうばい。お水なのにジュースより高いお値段ばい。
Jesus Christ. Look, I don't know. Okay, I don't know why the brewery has such high purity water, considering that you're boiling it anyway, so any impurities are going to get boiled out of it, so you don't need the highest quality water, right? Because, well, I already said why. So she's spending unnecessary amounts of money on high purity water.
Oh, そうだ。代金を払おう。いくらだった？
It was 2,000 yen.
いえいえ、お服分けです。
お服分け？
Agi's nostrils flare up a little upon hearing that. She seems very proud for some reason.
今日のお客さんば、外国の、いかにもお金持ちっぽい団体さんだったばい。それで、私、ちょっとですけど、英語できますから、いただいたご質問、それなりにお返事できて、深見ちゃん、偉そうなおばあちゃんに気に入られたばい。若いのに立派な仕事ぶりって、チョップもらったばい。
ほう。西洋にもそうした体育会系ノリというやつはあるのだな。
単に野蛮なだけなのでは？鬼畜名営などと申しますし。
After saying that, Hachiroku quickly tries to add to it.
もっとも、明国は戦後素晴らしい国となりました。あの国の大統領は立派な方でございます。
I'm sure he's a wonderful man. Depended on when this game came out.
それを言うなら英国もだろう。あの国の女王こそは淑女の鏡として知られている。
Well, their queen's dead, so like, you know. However, that's exactly why I'm surprised the Imperial University's karate club would do something like that to rile up the team members. An older Western woman gave her a backslap as a compliment of sorts.
ちょっと自信がなくなってきたんだけど、チョップじゃなくて、チップよね。あ、そればい！要するに、お小遣いばい！
なんだ。それならばそうと早く言ってくれればいいのに。
二人とも、だって、真剣な顔で話してるから。です。
Akami says, a smile on her face and cheer in her voice.
私、おじいちゃんたちに習ってる、です。そういう思わぬお金は、みんなで分けて使えって。
素敵なお教えですね。それで、お服分けですか。
Hachiroku seems to enjoy her little meal even more than before.
おいしゅうございます。深見様、凪様、改めまして、ごちそうさまです。
しかし、良い客に恵まれたものだな。川下りの方も上り調子。というとおかしいか？
でも、実際に上り調子の滝登りばい！団体予約、なんかここんとこ次々来るばい！ひょっとして運転台通信の効果っていうのはちょっと気が早すぎるか。でも、それもあるかもって思いますです。
それもでございますか？
それもです。
She happily yet bashfully nods. Fukami glances over at me Glances over at me.
私、最近、目標ができた、です。ダメかもって思ってて、諦めかけてたんです。けど、
なるほど。その目標を果たすため、さらに頑張っているというわけか。
Ukami goes silent. Her cheeks gradually turn red.
実際、深見ちゃん頑張ったるばい。前よりずーっと背筋伸ばしてかっこよかばい。それって目標ってまさか。ああ、まだここでしたか。
Okay, so you had Nagi and Fukami's sprite show up and have them as question marks, but Paulette shows up without a sprite and you have her name, right? Yep, that makes sense. I turn to the voice and see Paulette. Ran is following close behind her. She's a little sweaty and short of breath. Perhaps she ran all the way here.
はあ、なぎさんと深見さんです。こんにちは。こんにちは。あ、これ、お二人にお服分けです。ほえ。ああ、パンと牛乳とお水ですよ。レイナ、嬉しいです。ありがとうございます。差し入れですか？すみません。いただきますね。
She bows deeply. As she straightens her posture, she swings her body in my direction.
あ、それはそうと相鉄くん。姫様がお呼びです。
What?
姫様？
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who's that? Before I can think about it further, Paulette's hand grabs mine, and she pulls me away.
マイテツ界隈で姫様って言ったら一人しかいません。あんまりお待たせしちゃったらちょっと。
そうか。
I didn't fully understand the situation, but it's not in my best interest to trouble Paulette.
ならば、青。その、姫様とやらに。
なんだ真っ黒だの。そちが機関士。逃げた相鉄だな。
はい。
She laughs at the first sight of me, but doesn't feel insulting, interestingly enough. She has no ill will. The term lordly fits her perfectly.
おう、挨拶が遅れたの。世は毛利秋。世の者からは毛利の姫とも電車姫とも呼ばれておる。
She talks while covering her mouth with a fan. The way she looks and talks is exactly like a princess.
はい。お噂は金がね。
Yeah, but it'd be nice to have a sprite if you're this important. Her younger than expected face looks at me like through a monitor. This is the first time I've done an online meeting. I'm simply amazed at how quickly technology progresses.
随分と驚いた顔に見えるの。噂と世とでは違ったか？
More like he was like Humega lol when you were mentioned, so...
そうですね。噂で聞いた限りでは、相当にお年を召された方かと。
相鉄様。
Listen, alright? It's a compliment, especially if they are older. If they are young, I don't know. From the split screen is a blackened Hibiki and a Snow White Hachidoku still in their maintenance body. Oh, I see. I should talk about age with women.
構わぬ。妙に気を使われるよりよほどよい。
She waves her fan a little bit as if to say that my comment was no big deal.
こういう病だ。故にそちたちにも会いに行けぬ。呼び立てた無礼、許せよ。
Oh, so she's like Iron Mouse.
無礼などとは感じません。むしろ、お会いできて光栄です。
That comes from the bottom of my heart. If she purposefully came to see us, the 8620 team... Wait, if she purposely came to see us, the 8620 team, to give us hope.
86運転台通信、お読みくださったのですか。
そうだ。
The princess turns her palm upward, and a white hand slides in from outside the screen. It draws back right away after dropping a familiar newspaper on her palm.
面白いなあ。写真も良い。電車以外にはあまり興味を持たぬたちだが、8620は気に入った。
The princess puts down the newspaper and places the fan on her mouth again. She zooms in on the screen.
が、そちたち抜きでは、8620の魅力も半減じゃろうな。そこでどうじゃ、そちたち揃って広島に来ぬか。
Even Hibiki? Hibiki gives a surprised cry, but then suddenly covers her mouth with both hands, looking at me pleadingly.
広島に伺うとはどのような意味でしょう。
さての
Although her mouth is still covered by the fan, is still covered by the fan. I can tell from her eyes that her whole face is smiling.
世に使えよという意味であったら何と答える？
Well, considering I don't know what you look like, I can't answer that question.
それは。
For a brief moment, I'm at a loss for words. Granted, I cannot accept, but I don't want to anger her either. I think carefully about what to say.
恐れながら申し上げます。
Despite staying silent the whole time, Atsudoku interjects quietly. She's been quiet the whole time. I don't know what you're talking about.
レイルロード86か。そちのコラムも面白く読んだぞ。
恐縮です。
さあ、かしこまるな。よい。なんなりと申してみよ
う。恐れながら、広島のような大都市においては、8620は疎まれる存在となってしまうかと存じます。
何故だ？
梅煙、煙突から出る猛然たる煙によってです。広島電気鉄道は市電とお伺いいたしましたので。
I see. The tracks run through the city. Smoke emitted from the locomotive would blacken everything.
ほう、それほどに煙が。いや。
Aw. She pretends to withhold laughter by covering her mouth. Hearing her laugh, I can conclude that this princess is a playful one. You can only conclude that now.
愚を申した。一目瞭然とはこのことであるか。
恐れ入ります。
なれば、一度きりのイベント列車として遊びに参れという意味であるとしておこうぞ。
それは。
Hatsudoku is at a loss for words, probably for the same reason I was. In the current state, with no rails, merely transporting it would be crazy expensive.
時世が許せば、無論、そうさせていただきたく存じます。
時勢か。なるほど。昨今は時勢も優れぬの。
The princess creases her fan before holding it out in front of her. Her suspected smile is finally revealed.
なれど、時勢などいずれは変わる。鉄道は必ずや復権を果たそうぞ。
Hatsuroku's eyes widen. Princess maintains her composure while turning her fan to the ceiling.
エアクラはいずれ空へ向く。飛ぶか浮くか。そうしたタイプが必ずや安価となり、広く普及する。
ああ。
He let me come to that realization. The air cooler will also come out of use. I'd assumed that without any reason.
さなれば、地上は道路から解放される。そしてのう、右田。人は群れ、つながりたがる生き物だ。
Hang on, I need to read what she said again. The aircraft will soon head to the sky. They'll either fly or float, and those types will become more affordable, consequently popularizing them. The air cooler will also come out of use. What? The aircraft is already in the sky. What are you talking about? Hibiki's breath is shaking a little. She may be as shocked as I am.
エアクラはたくさんでは乗れないし、ちょっと個人的すぎるのかも。
Okay, I think I get what she means. Because aircraft is so popular, it has not popped off yet. Because of how affordable it will become, it will essentially be the cars of the air, thus filling up the air with a bunch of aircraft and essentially making air traffic, something like that, right? Even though air is a lot more allows for a lot more mobility than cars, but yeah, I don't know.
であるの。個人主義が過ぎれば、必ずや人は群れたがる。きっかけをうまく与えれば、鉄道はその受け皿となる。
Sure, sounds a bit idealistic, but pop off, I guess.
地上が再びエアクラから解放されるなら。
If the people seek out the railways, then if they can eventually want the railways to run through their towns once more.
群れ、つながるための、そのための場所としての鉄道。
Are you like the problem with trains is because they've run on rails. It's a lot more It's a lot more inconvenient. It's a lot less convenient than a bus, right? A bus serves essentially the same purpose without the inconvenience of being on rails, right? I don't know if I'm spitting, but yeah. Those words shake up the memories in my head. The excitement I had when riding the train with Michiko when we were young. The strangers that passed by, who we'll never meet again, though we didn't exchange words or even really look at each other, I'm sure.
遠くの駅の聞いたことがない方言、ざわめき。もう日が落ちて冷えたホームの、それでも確かな暖かさ。
Hachiroku is also reminiscing. She must have felt the same sort of emotion.
キャブに隔離される私にさえ、ああした空気に触れるのは 確かに一つの楽しみでした。
That's right. The atmosphere. To touch the atmosphere and share it with others. It's not as grandiose as meeting others, granted, but you're not alone. That sort of feeling.
人の誰かがいる温かみ。あれは。そうか。人は求めるものなのか。
I mean, the pursuit for companionship is always constant, I guess. I know what I was saying. I feel relieved simply by saying that. Hachiroku Rail Lords and people are the same. I know that that's what they want.
この毛利秋はそう考える。故に、いずれ時勢が許すようになれば。
はい。必ずや。
I mean, I guess. She's a princess, and yet, at the same time, she's not. This tiny person isn't someone that's living off the glory of her parents.
いずれ、時勢を整えて、線路をつなげ、8620を、秋様にお披露目させていただきます。
She snickers, more like an adult this time. She opens her fan in a satisfied way, then closes it with a snapping sound.
とは申せ、そち一人の力によって果たせることでもない。
はい。
I have no intention of denying it. That is, without a question, just a fact. I can't even safely operate 8620 on my own.
避難という心強い味方もいようが、世もささやかながらそちたちに支援をいたそうぞ。
ご支援ですか。ありがたいお話ですが。
そちらが何を焦がれるほどに求めているか、世にも分かっておるつもりだぞ。
Hachiroku seems to be ready to jump off her seat. If she has read that newspaper, if she has a relationship with Paulette.
レールロード86は里いの。さても、お主の予想通りのものではあるが。
I'm not surprised that someone who calls herself a train princess would have rail cars. Just sitting around. Aki's fan is moved in a way that's asking me to come closer. She isn't directing it just to me, but to someone outside of the screen as well.
なれば。
The mic doesn't pick up what she says. What Aki says is cut off in portions, and the person she's talking to can't be heard at all.
2週間ほど待つがよい。さすれば、そちたちの枕元に、8620に似合いの客車が届こうぞ。
Yep. A passenger car. It all seems so easy that none of this even feels real. No, that's right. I have to confirm it now.
ありがとうございます。で、その代金と移送費とはどれほどに？
2 million yen.
それを申し忘れておったな。
The document is handed to her from outside the screen. Aki takes a look, makes an exaggerated frown, and then crumples it up before throwing it away.
86運転台通信の郵送での定期購読。その代金は世の終身分ただとせよ。
Damn. She's just that loaded she can give away a passenger car for the price of a fucking worthless subscription to a newspaper. Yeah. She gives off another childish laugh, then goes
双方にそう悪くない取引であると思わぬか？
I'm glad that Paulette is acquainted with an oil baron. Maitetsu. Every time. You can't you have like what Negapara has with fluff? I don't know what you'd call them. Oh shit. Damn. I was like, when is the CG gonna show up? It shows up right now. When I'm about to end too. So yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And this time, Dexter isn't here to tell me to keep going. So, it's his loss, I guess. But, yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for liking. Jesus, my outro was weird now. If you enjoyed, a follow would be appreciated. If you want to support me further, you could always subscribe. But, yeah. Tomorrow, I'll be playing Amazing Grace. Hopefully, Dexter won't bribe me. So I will actually be able to play the other visual novel that I've been posting on the VODs channel. But, yeah. Until then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. And I will see you guys again next time. Bye-bye.